welcome back to Nymph Tarot with me, Natasha. Happy 2021 if you've not been on one of my videos yet. I hope that you had a really good new year and I hope that 2021 is getting off to a good start for you all. So today's video is my usual energy check-in with your person. So I've not done this for a little while. My life has been a little bit hectic in the lead up to Christmas. I was I'm still working for a very well-known company that sells pretty much everything, and it's, you know, peak season, but it's all finished now and I'm stepping back down from being a supervisor, so I'm now going to have my 3 days a week back to be able to do videos. So I'm so happy. I think it's, yeah, from next week I'll have 3 days a week where I can film content for you guys. So I've missed doing this so much. So to get into it, we have 3 piles as always for you guys. We have pile 1 here with this amethyst cluster. We have pile 2 in the middle with the opalite, and then we have pile 3 at the end here with this little pyrite crystal. So have a think about which one you are drawn to, whether it's a number, whether you prefer 1, 2 or 3, whether it's the crystal, or even go into the description box below and look at the timestamp, because I know everyone chooses it in a different way. Just trust your intuition. Whatever one you're drawn to, you know, there could be a message in there for you. And with these love readings, I do also want to say that, you know, some people do find them triggering. So make sure you're in a good mental place to be able to hear the messages, and if you start watching it and think, oh, this really does not sound like either me or my person, because, you know, energy is fluid. I could be picking up on you, I'm trying to pick up on your person, but sometimes, you know, it may be that you need to see and listen about your own feelings, etc. So anyway, yeah, if it's really not resonating, then maybe pick another pile, or I do have a number of these readings, so whatever one you're drawn to, then take a look at that, and I will see you guys in your reading. See you in a second. Hello there, pile 1. So if you chose the amethyst cluster, this is your reading. Look how pretty that little cluster is. Right, so if you are new here, then welcome. Thank you for finding this video. If you are one of my subscribers, then welcome back. So this reading, typically I normally release it on a Tuesday. Going for next week it will start getting released normally again, but I just wanted to release it early this week because it's been, you know, been a while since I've done it. So what we look at is your person's feelings. Kind of in the feelings, sometimes it is kind of an explanation of, sometimes they're thinking as well. It's a little bit of everything. It kind of goes over where they're at, kind of. And then we get what they'd like to say to you, and we get some advice from spirit on the connection. So if I jump straight into it for you guys. So we have quite a few cards here. We have Queen of Pentacles. We're using the Modern Witch Tarot. 7 of Wands. Wheel of Fortune reversed. And the 2 of Cups. Right, and then these cards I've clarified with Queen of Pentacles is clarified by the Hierophant. 7 of Wands clarified by the Knight of Swords, but also the 10 of Pentacles. The Wheel of Fortune is clarified by the 7 of Pentacles. And then 2 of Cups is clarified by the 8 of Wands and the 4 of Cups. Very kind of opposing energies. You also have telephone, communication, important convos, speak truth. Like honey, sex, intimacy, pleasure. And then we have happiness, and it came out reversed. Usually I don't read reversals, but today I just, you know, felt like it was right today. So it just depends. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So your person's feelings. First of all, I feel like your person thinks a great deal of you. I think they think very highly of you. With this Queen of Pentacles here, whether you are male or female, this is just how I read this, is that I'm not reading it as necessarily a gender, but seeing as someone that's, you know, just generally very nurturing, has that ability to have a good home life. They would definitely like look after you, care about your emotions. That kind of person is how I would describe the Queen of Pentacles. And also, you know, she could have a great career on the side. I feel like she's one of these people that could master having that home life balance. And for your person to see you like this and then to be clarified by the Hierophant, this person, I think when they think of you, they see, you know, long-term potential. They see wifey potential. It's they are definitely serious about you. They have serious thoughts about you. They do want to, you know, move this along, move it forward. Sometimes this feels like almost like a fantasy, and that it's something that is way far off, and something that maybe couldn't even happen. Like, that's how it feels to them. Maybe, and the reason I think it feels far off, this person is, I feel like it's not even busy. I feel like they have a lot of things going on in their mind and their life. Like, so with that Seven of Wands, it's kind of like they feel like they're constantly like fighting things off. And for some of them, I feel like they're fighting off just so many different like commitments and things that are going on in their life. But there's another group of people, and I feel like you'll know which group of people your person is in. I feel like they're fighting off, it feels like almost their demons and their negative thoughts and insecurities, that kind of thing. I feel like this person recognises the potential here, but they're kind of not, they can't let themselves, they can't give into it for some reason, because it's clarified by, so you have that Ten of Pentacles here, which really kind of makes me think of, you know, we have the Queen of Pentacles here. It's that long-term future, as I was saying, like that kind of marriage, kids, house, like that. I see that as being very traditional. Obviously, however you would want your long-term future to play out. But they do see this. But then what's also here is the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords to me is a card of running away scared, kind of jumping on that horse and like, oh, I'm out of here. So I feel like this person is very conflicted within themselves. They want all of that, but also I think there's a genuine fear, and at any moment it feels like, you probably feel it, I feel like this person can be very hot and cold, like very, like they're a definite flight risk. Like if you almost like push things too far, start talking about the future too much, there's days when they'll talk about it and be like, yeah, I want to marry you, I want to whatever, like I want to have this future. And then there's days you talk about it and it almost feels like they're a flight risk. Maybe they like really clam up about it and they just don't, for whatever reason. You're like, how can you, they go back and forth. I see this kind of duality with this person, which will come in a little bit, but I think deep down there is definitely a lot of love, there's a lot of desire as well with this, like honey, so that sex, intimacy, pleasure. this is like a very obviously kind of very sexual kind of looking card with this orange. Obviously it does make you think of the good things in life, and this person wants all of that with you, but you also have this communication card of telephone, and it speaks about, you know, let's talk, communication, important convos, speak truth. And like you have the Knight of Swords here, and swords makes me think of, you know, speaking truth. Like Ace of Swords, it's all about clarity. Page of Swords to me is about, you know, having spoken your truth. And I feel like this is turned up, and I feel like they want this, they want to speak the truth, they want to communicate openly, but there's a lot of fear. And I see the cards next to it with the Wheel of Fortune reversed, clarified by the Seven of Pentacles. So Wheel of Fortune can be about, you know, divine timing, etc. And sometimes when it's reversed, the feeling that I get here is that this person, also I feel like they have a lot of nervous energy, because obviously you can't see me because I'm off camera, but I'm playing with my hair a lot. Like I feel like like my hand needs to feel occupied. I feel like this person has this kind of nervous energy, but with that Wheel of Fortune reversed, it's like expecting bad things are going to happen. It's like, especially clarified by the Seven of Pentacles, it feels like this person feels like almost, I don't know if they feel like they're paying, what I'm hearing is like paying karmically for something. So whether they effed up in the past with you, maybe they didn't treat you right, maybe I feel like you would know about it, whether they cheated on you or just didn't treat you the way you deserve to be treated. I feel like this person feels like they're going to be paying for it. Like bad things are going to happen in the sense that they're going to lose you, and that I feel like they're almost just waiting and watching for it to happen. They're not doing anything to prevent it, because they feel, maybe they feel like they almost deserve it, and they're almost like manifesting it almost. So I can imagine that you, even though you're here, I feel like you are probably quite frustrated with this person. And then at the end you have Two of Cups. So as I said, there's definitely this duality with this person, because they have this like definite want to have a commitment, and you know, they want that long-term thing, but they're very flighty. So it's kind of like you have this person going back and forth, but you have the Two of Cups. So I think there is definitely a deep connection between you two, and I think they do recognise that. And it's just, this person really, there's time, it's how I'm feeling right now. I feel quite almost like deflated. Like this person just, I think they want to be able to commit, but there's just something that is really stopping them. It could be like just a fear and not being able, I feel like they're not able to communicate properly. Like I'm really struggling to get my words out, more so than usual. And it's like they want, and then that's clarified by the Eight of Wands, which is, you know, like movement. It's like going forward without any obstacles, and it's like very much like a yes card, and let's go for it. And then you have the opposite here. You have the Four of Cups. It's that very stagnant energy. It can even be a bit apathetic. So there's this person like flip-flops between them, and I feel like you pick up on this a lot, and you're just like, why are you so hot and cold? You're so frustrating. I can really sense that. And then you finally have that happiness reversed, and this happiness reversed, it makes like there is this person could have happiness with you, and I feel like it's come out reversed because it's just blocked. And I feel like this person is almost like standing in their own way of happiness with you, because I feel like it's almost, I don't think they're doing it. Don't get me wrong. I don't think they're doing it on purpose. But part of me thinks that if they let you go, then they don't have to worry about hurting you or getting hurt themselves. They feel like I feel like they're in that kind of Four of Cups state of being a bit apathetic. Like, oh, okay, yeah, no, I could have happiness, but also I could get hurt, so maybe it's best that I just don't care. And I can imagine that this is incredibly frustrating for you. So we're going to go on to what would they like to say. So we have Queen of Cups. We have Nine of Wands. And we have Ace of Cups, which has come out reversed, which kind of has the same vibe as that happiness reversed. And then 4 message cards, like channeled messages, I've got, I need time and space to get clarity on my thoughts. 4 of Swords. So it's another 4, you know, very kind of... 4 of Swords is also can be seen as being, you know, a bit apathetic, pulling back your energy, wasting, not wasting time, but, you know, being very withdrawn. I don't want a relationship. You are truly the most beautiful person inside and out. I just want to hold you in my arms again. I can't forgive myself for hurting you, and I don't think you can either. So, this person is definitely a very torn individual. So with that, you're truly the most beautiful person inside and out. That's like Empress energy. And also with that kind of like Queen of Pentacles, and you have this Queen of Cups. They're kind of very, all of them are very obviously feminine energies, but you know, they have that beautiful quality about them, and a lot of like all of them make me think of very deep, caring people that, you know, are able to, like, especially with the Queen of Cups, I think they recognise that, I feel like you can express your emotions. I feel like you've probably never really hidden them from your person, so I think they appreciate that, and I think they see you being able to express your emotions, and they really want that too. They want to be able to do that for you, but they want to tell you that they really can't at the moment. With this Nine of Wands, for whatever reason, this person has put up, they've not put up boundaries, they've put up barriers. They're kind of behind this wall. They cannot really truly express themselves. They're coming from a place of fear, and I think they're scared about getting hurt, they're scared about hurting you. There's just generally a lot of fear here, and to the point where, you know, they can't truly express how they are feeling. And I do feel like this is genuinely a great source of frustration for you. So as it says, I need time and space to get clarity on my thoughts. 4 Swords. I feel like this person does. They need... I feel like they almost need to realise what they could lose before they'll sort of, you know, actually start moving towards you. Because at the moment you have this, I don't want a relationship, and I think deep down they do, but definitely on the surface they are portraying this like, I don't want a relationship. I think it's out of a place of protecting themselves, because that way they can't get hurt. If you don't have a relationship, you can't get hurt. And again, as I've said, like, I feel like they want you to know that they do make you make them happy, but I feel like they want you to know that this kind of happiness that they get at the moment, I feel like they just can't give it to you. It's not being put in the right places. It's just been, they just can't almost like keep it in. It's just like being allowed to flow out. They can't quite control it at the moment. So all this effort that you kind of put into them, almost, you put effort in, but you're never going to receive it back, because it's just, they don't know how to almost like control it. They don't know how to control their emotions and their happiness. and it just gets put into the wrong place. This person, I feel like, as I said, they're very torn because they want you, but they also don't. I think they don't want to hurt you, and they don't want to hurt themselves. And it says, I can't forgive myself for hurting you, and I don't ever think you ever can. So if they have hurt you in the past, I feel like they almost, this could be one of the reasons why they don't sort of open up fully, because I feel like maybe they feel like you haven't forgiven them, so it feels like this relationship can never truly move forward. And then finally I have some advice cards for you guys. So you have Nine of Pentacles, you have the Chariot, and you have the Devil. So interesting. And you also for oracle cards, you have Rainbow Blessings. Blessings are showering into your life. You have Distant Thunder, clear the air. And you have Freedom. Live wild and free. Choose your freedom. Claim your independence. So, what I feel like Spirit wants you to know about this is that I do sometimes see the Nine of Pentacles as being there. You know, it's okay to be single card. Like, look, you can have a great life and be single. I do think Spirit is saying that it's okay. Like, if you don't end up together, it will be okay. Everything will work out as it's meant to. You will get good stuff in your life, and I feel like you will get love eventually and when you're meant to. But I feel like at this time, I feel like Spirit's saying everything is going to be okay. I feel like any manifestations or anything you're working on, you're going to have blessings coming your way. So just because this isn't going exactly the way you want it to go doesn't mean that everything in your life is going to be going that way. I feel like maybe both of you feel a bit bound to each other with this Devil card popping up. And you know, it kind of makes me think, you have Two of Cups, you have this that has the two people, and then the Chariot, that kind of duality. Maybe for some of you, I don't know why I'm getting that maybe you feel like you are in some sort of twin flame, like that kind of, because it's that duality, it's that chaser and runner situation. But I feel like there's a need for you to try and cut yourself free, and you know, don't let, you have the power to move forward in any way that you want, but I feel like you just need to, you yourself need to control your emotions at the moment and control your thoughts. I feel like this person probably, you know, you think about them a lot. It probably comes up more than you would like in your day, and I feel like maybe at this point, if you are in contact with them, I feel like there is that need just to, you know, you have this clear the air, almost having a kind of conversation, an open conversation. And you know, sometimes Distant Thunder, it makes me think of, you know, a bit of heat, a bit of argument would almost help here. Like, something needs to happen to clear what's happening between you guys, because I feel like it will either help you move forward, or it's going to, you know, it's going to help, you know, bring some closure here, so that for the meantime you could move on. Because I feel like Spirit wants you to focus kind of on you. With this Freedom card, it says live wild and free, choose your freedom, claim your independence. And it doesn't necessarily mean being solo, it doesn't mean being single, but being able to stand, you know, by yourself, living life as you want, not having to rely on someone else to give you happiness as well. Because that's the thing with the Devil card, it can be that you're relying, you've got this kind of codependency on the other person. You feel like you can only be happy if you're going to be with them, and it's not true. You can be happy by yourself as well. So yeah, that's everything that I see for you guys. I'm gonna wrap this up before my camera decides that it wants to turn off. Thank you so much for watching. Do remember to hit like, subscribe, share. It's really, really appreciated. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you guys in another video. See you later. Hey pile 2, if you chose this piece of opalite, this is your reading. So we are going to be looking into what your person's feelings are. It kind of, sometimes it is more what they're thinking and, you know, current situation. So it can be a little bit of everything rolled in there. And then we'll get what they'd like to say to you, and then we'll get some advice on this connection from Spirit. So let's get started. So today I've got the Light Seers Tarot for you guys. You have, first of all, 8 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands, we have Queen of Cups, and we have 5 of Wands. And clarifying these cards, we have 8 of Swords, so 2 8s there. We have 3 of Wands clarified by the Ace of Wands, Queen of Cups clarified by the Fool, and then you have 5 of Wands clarified by the 2 of Cups and the 9 of Cups. You have work, co-worker, career-focused effort, date night, casual dating, socialising, flirt, and you have this fertility card. And this fertility card came out, it initially came out and it kind of dropped out the deck, and sometimes I'm like, oh, is this actually meant for this reading? And I'll put it back, and then it came out again, so I was like, yep, okay, Spirit definitely wants me to take that card. I was like, okay, I won't question you, Spirit. So your person, interesting that, but here you have 2 8s, and that can speak about, you know, needing a bit of a mindset change. So I think your person in this connection does need a bit of a mindset change, because I feel like they probably, with this work card and the 8 of Pentacles, they go so well together. When it came out, I was like, yep, I knew it. I feel like your person is definitely a bit of a workaholic. I feel like they don't put that much time into you. I feel like you probably just feel like that you're almost like the bit on the side for their work. Not like, I feel like they're not with another person, but they're definitely very career focused, and you just wish that they would spend more time on you, which I totally get. And this person, I think part of the reason you sometimes feel like they don't pay a lot of attention to you. I think they are kind of a bit worried about this. I think they've got like a lot of anxieties going on. I don't necessarily think this anxiety is necessarily in regards to relationships. I think maybe it's just a bit of like generalized anxiety about their life, like, oh, where's it heading, about my career, like planning for the future. I feel like they do want to plan a future with you, because, you know, that fertility card comes up. It could be for some of you, and I'm hearing that this person, if you are like maybe an older couple, that maybe they worry about, actually worry about fertility, and they worry that you guys are waiting too long for this to happen. But I feel like that's a very specific message for a few people. It's not going to be for a lot of you. Sorry, I just need to pull my sleeves up. I've turned my heating on, and I'm now getting like super warm in here. So yeah, this person definitely, I feel like they definitely need a mindset change in this relationship, and I think they do. I think they recognise that they need to put more energy into you, because I think they do see you as this kind of, as somebody that they want a future with. Not to skip ahead, but you know, you have that 2 of Cups and 9 of Cups down there. So I really do feel like you are somebody that they feel like is a soulmate, that you are someone that has that potential to go further, and you know, you have that deep emotional connection. Also, you have the Queen of Cups there. But this person, yeah, I feel like they're just almost constantly, I feel like they've just put in a lot of work in their life, and they're just kind of waiting for everything to work out before they almost like go for it with you. I feel like for some reason they feel like they need to be at a certain point in their life before they're going to go for this. I'm not entirely sure why they feel like they have to, but yeah, with this kind of 3 of Wands, like looking out, waiting for their ship to come in, and then you have this Ace of Wands, and it's like they're almost like waiting for the right opportunity. They're waiting for that right time to kind of light that match and get everything going with this relationship. Because I feel like you guys are, I feel like for a lot of you, maybe you are in some kind of relationship. Like, it might not necessarily be like girlfriend, boyfriend, but I feel like it feels like a relationship. Even if you guys go, oh, we're not in a relationship, it feels like it. Because you've got, and with this like date night, it's like casual dating, socialising, flirt. I feel like maybe you just think this is just casual dating, but I don't think it is. There's definitely a deeper level to this, and for some reason they're just really waiting. They're waiting on something before kind of going for it, and it could be that they're waiting for you. Maybe they're waiting for you to make that first move, because you know, sometimes people, even though they know what they want, they're just too scared to go for it. And next you have the Queen of Cups with the Fool, and this Queen of Cups, you know, I love the Queen of Cups is such a, this card especially, such a gorgeous, I said that really weird, gorgeous card, very cockney then, and I feel like they see you as this like really like spiritual being, and I feel like that's how, even if you don't show them your spirituality, I feel like they kind of pick up on it, and they see you as not, they don't just see you as like a person, they actually see you as like a spiritual being with, you know, all these needs and desires, etc., rather than just being like, oh, this is just my girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever you want to call each other. And they recognise your kind of like inner beauty as well. I feel like they really feel like they have hit the jackpot when it comes to you. There is a lot of deep feelings here. I don't want to say love necessarily straight off the bat. I feel like for some of you it's definitely love. Maybe some of you it's not got there yet, or they're just not willing to admit it's there yet. But 100% there's like a lot of deep levels of emotion here, and I feel like you just make them feel like a fool, but not in a bad way, but in the kind of blank slate. I feel like this person is somebody that, you know, has their 5-year, 10-year plan, Whereas when they're with you, because I feel like Queen of Cups, obviously it's that kind of water energy, and water signs, we're not as good at planning things. Like, we're a bit more, obviously water is very free moving. We go with the flow, and I feel like you have this influence on your person. They almost want to like screw up their 5-10 year plans and throw them out the window, because they feel like you have this fear, you have this ability to make them feel like anything is possible. And that fertility card as well could be not just fertility in the sense of bearing child, but in the sense of like fertility of ideas, of like just being with you is kind of, you know, it's fertile for things to happen, for things to grow. And like, honestly, I think that's how you make them feel like you make them feel like they're ready to take that leap of faith for you, and for their future in general. But within that, they do have a lot of conflict. As I said, I do feel like this person is very career orientated, and you know, I feel like probably maybe within their career they experience a lot of this. It feels like you've got people clambering over each other to reach the top, and I feel like this is partly they are willing to do that for you. I feel like them wanting to get far in their career is actually partly to do with you, and partly wanting to be able to provide for you, and they're kind of just willing to battle out because they want things to work with you, which you may be like, but that's not what I want, I just want them. But I feel like that's definitely a conversation that needs to be had between you, because then it's clarified by, and I feel like it's the reason why is that 2 of Cups and that 9 of Cups. It feels like wish fulfillment. It feels like this is their wish fulfillment. They want that deep love, they want that bond, that union to happen, and for them that is what they wish, probably more than their actual career, but maybe they're not quite there to admit it yet. But yeah, that's definitely how they're feeling. I feel like there is definitely deep feelings here for you, pile 2. And now we're gonna have a look what they're saying. So you've got the Hanged Man. This is what they would like to say to you. You have 10 of Wands. Okay. 5 of Pentacles. Anyone that watches me enough knows that sometimes I start yawning when I channel. I'm cutting myself free from all the BS that doesn't matter now. Queen of Swords. I ghost you because I don't know how to express my emotions. I feel like your person is probably an air sign. I don't know why. Let me know in the comment section if that's true. I lay up at night worrying that I've lost you forever. 9 of Swords. I'm obsessed with you and I don't know how to quit you. I'm constantly surrounded by conflict, it's tiring. So that's 5 of Swords, and you obviously have the 5 of Wands. No one else does it like you do. So, your person. I feel like in the past, maybe, I feel like this person maybe isn't quite like this now. But I feel like in the past, this person would disappear at times. Or if you told them, if you kind of started opening up, they would be like, oh, I don't know how to deal with this, and would ghost you. This is what makes me think this person, is an air sign. I don't know why, I just feel like they're not, I feel like they're very logical and, you know, career orientated, even though that's a bit more pentacle-ish. But I feel like, you know, they're more of a thinker than a feeler. I feel like this person is starting to try, they want to say that they're starting to see things from a different perspective. and I feel like you definitely are the one that is changing their perspective of life. I feel like maybe before they have been quite rigid, and now I feel like you're a water sign, and this person is definitely more like air or earth. But yeah, I feel like before maybe they were quite rigid, and you're really starting to change their perspective on things. They also want you to know is, you know, they have a lot of responsibilities, and they don't, like, sometimes you may think it's because they don't care, and it's not because they don't care, it's because they just can't, they almost like don't know how to deal with you and their responsibilities, and it makes it, and they want to be able to show you how much they care, but they just, for some reason, this person just really struggles when it comes to being able to, you know, give you time, the time that you deserve. And I feel like they recognise that you deserve that time, and they just want to say that with this, they want to bring you out from the cold. They don't want to feel like they're, like, pole one felt quite hot and cold, and I feel like this person's not necessarily hot and cold, but I feel like it's, at times it may feel like you're out in the cold, because you get made, like, you get put in second best because of work, and because of their plans and their sort of overall goals. And I feel like they want to say that they don't want this anymore. They want to start making you a priority, because, you know, as much as they probably won't admit it to you, you are a bit of an obsession for them. They think about you a lot. You know, you have this card, I lay up at night worrying that I've lost you forever. So I feel like even if you haven't argued and you haven't really gone away from them, I feel like this person feels like there's times that they will lose you, because they worry that they can't give you what you need. And I think they are starting to make progress. As I said, you're changing their perspective. So I think they're going to start, like, changing up their life. Start cutting themselves free from, maybe it's like work drama, or being, like, tied to their phone, constantly checking emails even when they're not at work. I feel like they're going to start freeing themselves from those kind of behaviours. Because, you know, you have that as well. I'm constantly surrounded by conflict, it's tiring. But I feel like this is definitely a lot for a lot of people. This is like work environment, maybe even home environment, but for a lot of you, I think it's this person's work really just drains them, and they want to have energy for you, because, you know, they've got here, no one else does it like you do. And I feel like it's just everything, like the way you make them feel, the times when you're together, it just, no one else, they've never had that experience with anyone else. So a little bit of advice from this about this connection from Spirit. So you have the High Priestess reversed, you have the Emperor. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, you guys have all major arcana. Also, you have, oh, it's 2, 4, 5. But anyway, I thought it was 3, 4, 5 for a second. The Hierophant. That would have been weird. Yeah, because the Empress is number 3. But there we go. So you've got all those major arcana, and then you have embracing enthusiasm, shout to the heavens with happiness. You have Desert Passage, trust there's a divine plan. And anger. So safely express your anger, use anger as a positive force, honour your emotions as sacred. So I feel like the advice for you here is definitely with the High Priestess and the Hierophant. Interesting cards. I feel like there is a need for you to trust your intuition here. I feel like at the moment potentially you kind of ignore it with it being reversed. I feel like you kind of don't listen to your own intuition. Maybe you block it out, you just don't trust it at all. So this is why I feel like, you know, the High Priestess, is reversed. There's a need for you to really trust your intuition here, because I feel like you probably watch a lot of these videos, and even if you do get very similar messages, I feel like you're still going to be like, oh no, that's not right, oh no, they don't really like me. And I feel like there's a need for you to actually start trusting your intuition. And, you know, with that whole divine plan, the interesting thing is, this is all about like trusting yourself, but then the Hierophant here is all about kind of like spiritual guidance from spirit and looking kind of outwards for it as well. So I feel like there's a need for you to trust your inner, you know, that inner voice, but also, you know, trust in the universe as well. Trust that everything is going to, everything is working. Oh, sorry guys, everything is working out as it's supposed to, because you do have this, you know, desert passage. So he's walking out into the desert and just having to trust it, because it looks like you're kind of being led almost to your death, because if you're going out into the desert with, you know, no water, etc., you could die pretty quickly. But he trusts that the universe wouldn't lead him astray, so he goes for it. So I feel like this is very much you, and, you know, embracing enthusiasm. I feel like this is just a message from your spirit guides to try and live each day with happiness. I feel like this is an important message. You know, we've just got through 2020 and it's been pretty crap. So there's days where you probably felt like nothing was going right. But even when that's happening, you need to try and find the little things that get you through each day. So I feel like that's just a little side note. But also what's turned up is the Emperor. And then with that anger card, so the Emperor makes me think Aries energy, which, you know, can be quite fiery, quite hot-headed. I feel like maybe with this person, you kind of suppress your anger a little bit. And I feel like Spirit is saying that, you know, you're allowed to have these emotions. You're allowed to have that anger, but it's just a bit of a warning that, you know, the Emperor, you know, uses that fire for his benefit. Whereas if he lets it get out of control, that means he will go off the rails. He's not in control then. You can become not the person you want to be. You go from being in control to being totally out of control. So Spirit's saying, you know, if you do have these feelings of anger towards your person, maybe you're annoyed that they don't prioritise you. It's legitimate to feel that way. You know, all emotions are sacred, but just safely express it. So if you want to do it through art, through exercise, or just communicating with your person, like communicate with them, tell them, you know, I'm feeling annoyed that you don't put me first, or you don't, you know, pay me the attention I deserve. That's totally legitimate. So yeah, that's what I'm getting for you guys. If this resonated with you, and if you enjoyed it, please do comment down below. I love to hear from you guys. I'm going to wrap this up really quickly because my camera's probably going to switch off in a second. Thank you so much for being here. Do remember to like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you guys in another video. See you later. Hey pile 3, if you chose the pyrite crystal, this is your reading. So we're going to be looking at what your person's feelings are. This is kind of also sometimes what gets blended in is what they're thinking and, you know, current situation they may be in. Okay, so do bear that in mind, and then we go into what they would say to you, and then we get some advice from Spirit. So let's take a look at the cards. Right, so I'm using the traditional Rider-Waite, Rider-Smith, sorry, deck. So we have 10 of Cups reversed, the Moon. We have 7 of Swords reversed. And we have 7 of Wands. And to clarify this, we have 10 of Pentacles. So 2 10s. The Moon clarified by 2 of Wands. The 7 of Swords clarified by the the Wheel of Fortune and 8 of Swords. And then we have 7 of Wands clarified by the Emperor. Reversed, sorry. And then we have second thoughts, doubt, decision making, anxiety, which I feel like you can probably pick up a little bit. And then you have gorgeous, beauty, attraction, self-esteem, and reconciliation. So your person, how they are feeling about you, and just generally about your situation that you're in. So your person, I think with this card, this card first, you know, gorgeous, attraction. I feel like this is, you know, just a little message that they do feel very attracted to you. They think you're very beautiful. There's definitely a lot of attraction. I think attraction between you both. So if you ever worry that they don't, maybe if they've not told you for a while, it's not because they don't feel it, it's just they haven't really said it. They do find you so attractive. And so your person, how they're feeling at the moment, you do have that second thoughts card as well. And now you might be thinking, oh my god, this person's having second thoughts about me. And I don't believe that they're having second thoughts about you. What I'm reading into this a lot is this doubt, decision making, and anxiety. I feel like your person is they're very undecided. You know, this has that I don't know there, and you know, 111, so like feeling like something's meant to be and then being like, I don't know. So I feel like this person accepts that you guys can have a lot of happiness here, but at the moment it's upside down. So I feel like it is blocked, and for some of you, I don't know why I'm getting this, I didn't initially get this when I was drawing the cards, but for some of you, I feel like this person, I feel like you might know, if you listen to this and you're like, this doesn't sound like my person, then it just might be this bit, the reading's not for you, but I feel like you'll know. For some of you, I feel like this person, the reason it's second thoughts and there's a lot of anxiety here is because you're in a third party situation, and I feel like you are the third party. So with that, I feel like this is reversed because they've got to choose between you and that kind of happiness and that bliss, and then kind of just, you know, 10 of Pentacles it's a nice energy as well. Like, I feel like the other person, you know, maybe has that stability, maybe they already have like a home together, maybe even they have kids together, but you know, it doesn't give them that spark and that passion. It's just, it's stable, and they, you know, there's probably some love there still, but the love that they feel for you, it's kind of that overflowing, very exciting sort of love, and they see a lot of possibility with you. As I said, if you know that you're definitely not in a third party situation, that's not for you. I feel like this is for a few select people, where this is true. And for those that aren't in the third party situation, I feel like this person's having, maybe it is they are having second thoughts, but it's because maybe you you represent something very different to what they thought they wanted. Maybe they thought they wanted this kind of stability and they wanted that home, whereas you give them so much joy, but it's just, maybe it's different to what they thought, and they just don't know. They don't know how to choose. Maybe you make them question things that they grew up and thought they knew. It could be to do with different cultures or whatever, different religions, but I feel like there's something that is kind of blocking the possibility of that happily ever after. And if you guys are not together, definitely what's on this person's mind and what they think about a lot is they do want reconciliation with you. They do want to come back together. They want everything to be all right again. But I feel like I'm gonna have to grab some water. This is my third. Oh, I've done some other readings today, and my throat is going a bit dry. So you do have the Moon card next, and you have the Two of Wands. Okay, the Two of Wands. So, and with the Seven of Swords next to it as well, I feel like there's definitely been, you know, secret keeping. There's been some, maybe deception. It could be deception of themselves, just not being open and honest with emotions and what they want is how I feel. And with that Moon as well, what else? The other feelings that I do get from the Moon as well, it's not just about secret keeping, it's about, you know, deep healing that needs to be done, like deep fears that are generally from like childhood, that kind of thing. So I think this person has made a decision with that Two of Wands being there, but they're facing a lot of fears about actually coming out with it. So I feel like this person may keep you waiting for a long time. They may not be entirely honest. I feel like they may kind of lead you down one path thinking something's going to happen and then getting scared about it is how I feel. Like they're definitely, I don't think it's malicious. I don't think this person is going to try outright to hurt you, but I feel like the energy that they are in is just not in the right place for a relationship. I feel like there's a lot of closed off, fight or flight kind of energy here. Even with this, so the Seven of Swords reversed, I feel like that's, you know, I feel like this person has been kind of deceiving themselves. I feel like they're kind of scared of fate, and they're kind of, yeah, putting their self-deception is about fate. So maybe this relationship has felt very fated about, and things in regards to it's felt fated, but they're kind of not really living up to that. They're just being like, nope, it's not fated, like nope. They're kind of running away from it. I feel like they put on their blindfold and they just hide from the truth of this relationship and the feelings and everything involved in it. I feel like this person is quite a scared individual. And then to see next with that, you know, Seven of Wands, it's very much put up your barriers and get ready to fight. I feel like this person generally is just in a very negative space, like of not really, it's not I don't even know how to describe it. They're just in a very negative space. I think they just, you have that self-esteem there. I think part of it could be a self-esteem issue as well. And so with that gorgeous, maybe they think you are way out of their league, and they just think there's maybe some part of them that thinks, no, this is too good to be true, and they just put up their barriers. And then you have that Emperor here reversed, and that's just very much says to me a masculine energy that is not in their power, that's not feeling very confident. They may even drag you down a little bit so you're on the same level as them, because I feel like maybe you are quite a confident person, and they almost like drag you down because they're just like, oh, they're not good, that they're too good for me, so I'm just going to drag them down because I can, and then maybe we'll be on the same level. So what I have here is what they'd like to say to you. You have 5 of Swords, you have Strength, and you have the Fool. And for channeled messages, you are who I want to build my life with. So you've got 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles energy there as well. I want to discover everything about you. I want to learn about us. I fantasize about you when I'm in bed. I want to explore the world with you by my side. And then I know I choose you, I just haven't acted yet. 2 of Wands, which was also here. So I think what they want to say to you is, I feel like they are sorry for all this conflict, and you know, sometimes it feels like almost like point scoring. I don't know why. Maybe when you have arguments, it's like, well, you did this, so I did that, and it doesn't necessarily feel like they have the healthiest relationship. And I feel like it's even that you may not do it to them. I feel like they kind of do it to you, because I see this Strength card next to it. And what I'm getting here is that it's not even gone long now, so I don't understand why I can't pick these up. Is they just think you are, throughout this whole thing, I feel like you've treated them with such kindness, and you've been so genuine and never nasty. And you know, they wish they could be more like you. They wish they had your strength and your kindness, but they just don't. And they keep saying that they're ready to take this leap of faith, and I feel like they want to take a leap of faith, but I don't think they're anywhere near ready yet. And I feel like they don't want to say it, but I feel like I need to say it for that you know, they're not going to be ready to take this leap of faith for a while. And they may say they will, but I feel like, you know, as I said earlier, where they feel like they're leading you down the path by telling you things. I feel like this will be another thing where they're like, yeah, I'm ready to commit, I'm ready to take that leap of faith, and it could be a long time. And it's not, and I think it's not because they don't want it, they're just not there, they're not ready. And they do have these feelings, like they do have, you know, this sexual feelings for you, this lust, you know, they fantasize about you, and they do choose you. I feel like if it was a choice between you and anyone else, they would choose you. And they want to, you know, they want to have adventures with you, they want to explore the world, they want to find about you, you guys as a couple, find out about you, you know, build your life with them. But it just feels like it is just words, and the intent and the action that will back it up is not there yet. I feel really, I hate it when I have readings like this, because I obviously want everyone to have like a reading that's going to be like, oh, you're totally in love, and you know, everything's going to work out great. But you know, tarot, and do remember, tarot is, you know, picking up on energy, so maybe this is just the energy at the moment, and it can change in the future. But this is the energy that I'm feeling right now. So for you guys, you have some advice from Spirit. So you have King of Swords, you have 10 of Swords, you have King of Pentacles. Then you have valiant courage, take action with passion. Vast vistas, expand your horizons. And then you also have patience. Pause before you take action. Trust that divine timing is at work. Be patient and play whilst you wait. So hopefully that shows up. There we go. So for the King of Swords to come out, I feel like you need to have a bit of a analytical mind here, and really think about, try and detach your emotions from this situation and imagine it as if your friend is talking to you. So imagine what you would say to your friend if they were telling you their person was treating them and acting the same things that your person says. What would you tell them? What would you say? And I feel like it's very hard at times. You know what you need to do. I feel like you are an intelligent person. You know what would be best for you. And I think it's a case of just listening to your own advice as you would tell someone else. Because, I mean, even me as a tarot reader, like, I give out advice all the time. And the amount of times my advice is, sometimes I feel like advising me. Because just because I can give out advice does not mean I always take my own advice. And this is a time where you really do need to try and take your own advice if you were to give it to another person. And so, you know, you have that courage card, and it says take action with passion, but I'm just really seeing that valiant courage. And it does take a lot of courage to step away from something that you want but you know is not serving you right now. Just because you step away from it now doesn't mean it can't happen in the future, but it just means right now you are focusing on yourself and you are giving to yourself what you need. Because, you know, you have the 10 of Swords here, so I think, you know, I can really recognise that this situation is probably not a new love. This is probably something that's gone on for, you know, months at least, and it's taken a lot out of you. So I feel like now is the time that you really need to look after yourself, and you're kind of in this relationship, you may be at that kind of rock bottom now, but you have to understand that, you know, the sun is rising and the only way is up from here. Once you've hit rock bottom, you can't go any further. So I feel like at this time you have that King of Pentacles here. I feel like it's time for you to invest in you now. You have that vast vistas as well, and I feel like invest in not just career. I feel like sometimes it's like, oh yeah, the only other thing to do is make money. You've got to expand your horizons. I feel like invest money into yourself as well. So if there's something you've always wanted to do, a hobby you want to explore, a course you want to take, anything like that that's going to, you know, expand your horizons. If you're watching this post-COVID, fingers crossed that that's not that far away, you know, go travel, go volunteer somewhere, expand your horizons. I feel like now is the time to invest in you, because you do have this patience card. Now if this is someone that you do really like, I mean, that no quote unquote like soulmate cards really came up, so I can't tell you that this is not your soulmate, because if if you feel in your heart that this is someone that is your soulmate, I'm not going to argue and be like, no, the tarot card does not say that. Absolutely, this is obviously a general reading. So you can wait for this person. But the key that I take from this is, you know, one, trusting in divine timing. Divine timing may be that right now that this is not meant to be. This is not your time for this. But it says be patient and play whilst you wait. And that play, you know, sometimes it may be like, you may think, oh, that means dating around. It doesn't necessarily mean that. It means, you know, as I said, invest in yourself. Go travelling. Do a course. Do what it is you want to do. Whether you want to get fit, you want to put all your energy into, you know, training for something. Whether you want to do a 5k or a marathon or whatever it is you want to do, invest in you. Because, to be honest, you are the most important person in your life anyway. So you might as well take this opportunity that this person has gifted you, because I don't think they are ready, is my honest feeling. And, you know, on Nymph Tarot, I do, if anything, sometimes people go, oh, this seems too good to be true. Believe me, if I think there is negatives, I will tell you. And right now I do think this is not the right time for this. So, yep. But, yeah, just do invest in yourself, is what I would say. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If this resonated with you, if you did like this reading, even though, sorry, it's probably not the outcome you would like, please do hit like, subscribe, share, spread it far and wide. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in another reading. See you later.